Well, you know, last week we had the one-on-one.
The duo.
But we are back with the
Nipples.
I'll take a dump.
Yo, that note is special. Y'all don't understand how note. I'm trying to figure out how to get that note on a t-shirt and people know what it is.
But you didn't say my one-on-one was special.
We gonna work it out. Brother. I didn't hurt your feelings.
But I love you.
I love you.
If I split United, then you would
Nah. We just be debating all day,
bro.
We gonna work it out.
You want me to do this because I know you'll say it and then it might actually get canceled.
You know what?
I'll be diplomatic. Be diplomatic.
I said you want me to say this.
Let me say this.
Yeah. You know, over to you.
All right. So yesterday you sent me a video. Video was I posted on TikTok. It was about England's game. And
great win.
Yeah. First and foremost. Well done to them. But
Great win.
Big Bakayo and that.
Pause. No, you're right. The black players in England, the same ones who probably got the most racial abuse when they missed the penalties last summer. Was it last summer? Or summer before?
2021.
Yeah, last summer before. Yeah, summer before that. So yeah. So those players got racial abuse for missing penalties, and then obviously they're the stars of the first game in the World Cup of this year.
Yo, Bar Sancho.
Sancho, obviously, unfortunately for him. Shout out to Sancho as well. I saw he deleted a lot of his stuff on social media. He's kind of going into dark mode, so hopefully he's okay.
He needs a break.
Hopefully he's all right, man. Big up to Sancho. Kels, your point is that our media are kind of not propping up those players of color, and what they were doing is that when you looked online, a lot of the media outlets had pictures of Jack Grealish and maybe other players. But I do want to go into something that was said on TikTok about Jack Grealish. Maybe Jack Grealish got the limelight because of the kid who had cerebral palsy, and he did the celebration that the kid showed him or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And I think that's wonderful.
I understand that.
But to your point,
so I think it's important for me to even clearly state that this is not just where's the black players, or I want the black players to shine over white players or anything like that. It's not that. I think it's just more of the fact that if we are claiming to be a multicultural society that's full of love and is supporting so much different cultural differences or so much different social differences, which we're going to probably get to later on in the podcast, i.e. the One Love stuff that's going on in Qatar and the energy that you got for that, and Kane wearing the armband or what you wanted to happen and all that. We need to keep that image consistent even back home. So it's just weird for me. Like if I look back to the Euros where Sterling basically had the team
tournament of his life,
the team on his back, and most of the photos were centered around, all right, he's the captain, but they were centered around Kane. Yeah. And there was a few games where Kane put in stinkers. Yeah. But the person that was the star boy at last World Cup, which is Raheem Sterling, hardly got any media use. So for me, in this game, we've won 6-2. Jude Bellingham ran the midfield.
Jude or the Bellingham? The Jude or the Bellingham, bro. That t-shirt's coming, don't worry.
Yo. Hey, Kroenke.
Hey. Not in your wildest.
Bro.
Get off.
You got to win the league, the Europa League, the FA Cup.
He's elite. But
so what? They had what?
Bellingham scored his first World Cup goal.
Bellingham, Saka to great performance.
Rashford comes on, gets one.
Comes on with
chopped in.
I think third quickest goal as a sub or something like that.
And then you got
Wilson with the assist.
And your picture.
Obviously, you're not going to Callum Wilson.
And I want to be clear, nothing against Jack Grealish, of course. I just want to be clear that it's interesting how all this stuff has happened. Jack Grealish does score a goal, but we're not talking about. At least the media is not talking about.
I think the question is, because like I said before, I don't think they've done it on purpose. It's not something that I don't think they've consciously put Grealish's picture on instead.
No, it's unconscious bias.
It's a case of how have they come? Like, how have you
come to that decision?
Like, it's not even like if you play devil's advocate, Grealish's goal was the best.
No, it wasn't.
Where you could say like that's that's what sticked out in the editor's mind, and he went with Grealish's picture.
Yeah.
It was the least memorable. Fair enough, it was the last one.
It was a tap-in.
And you add the cerebral palsy situation into it.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why that wasn't the reason is because his picture and the celebration wasn't put up with that being the reason.
Exactly. The celebration wasn't even put
so
up.
that was an
Afterthought. Yeah.
Which they mentioned on
the game.
On the game.
Yeah.
So they've already given the flowers live.
Exactly. So that we know his picture wasn't there because of the celebration.
Right. Yeah.
All the articles following was because of the celebration.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, how have they
made that decision?
Yeah. Like how have they got?
I think it's just that's
the problem.
I think it's an unconscious bias.
It's a travesty.
Like it was a conscious bias, in the times before. But I think now, not saying that there's not
off my glasses.
I'm not saying that there's not a racist tone in the media. What I'm saying is that it's now just easy.
That's the problem. The fact that it's subconscious is the issue.
Yeah, I agree.
This is not me being biased because I'm an Arsenal fan. Bukayo Saka was man of the match.
Yeah, very sure, very much so.
How much pictures? Do you know where I saw Bukayo Saka's picture?
Arsenal's page
of holding his man of the match trophy. It was on
page.
Arsenal's page.
Yeah. I'm sure there might be something on the England Instagram now, probably, but
it's wild behavior.
Yeah.
That the BBC and the Daily, they've both done it. Why? I guarantee you, if Kane scored a brace, Kane would be on the front page.
And the thing is, if you didn't watch the match and you didn't see
you're gonna think Grealish had a worldie.
The in-game punditry, and you would have.
You think Grealish had a screamer? Yeah.
He scored a hat.
You wouldn't know Saka was on votes.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, because obviously
I agree, 100%.
That's their role. That's their job, basically. Innit?
To paint the story and to tell us the narrative of what's happened.
But remember, to the victor goes the spoil. So history is usually told by the winner, and I think in this situation they tell the story how they see the story, how they paint the story. No, I agree with you. I'm just adding that as the caveat to what you guys are saying.
So what's the issue? Is it because if you put Bukayo Saka there, or if you put even Marcus Rashford, you've made your comeback after a long time out?
Listen, to keep it absolutely funky. Yeah, it should have been
Bellingham or Saka.
The Jude or the Bellingham or Saka.
Yeah,
even Rashford being on there, I'd probably been sat here thinking what is it for the kids? What are we doing?
Yeah,
it should have been Saka. It should have been Saka. To be honest, it should have been Saka, and Jude should have got a shout out. Yeah, because he was immense.
He ran the game. Yeah,
he ran the game. So really, really and truly, it should have been.
I think what they've done is effectively is if it was a picture. If you take the goals out of it, let's say they put a picture of Declan Rice there. Even though Jude Bellingham ran the game. That's what they've done effectively.
Basically. And I don't think there's everyone who watched the game, and I think that's what's caught them out is everyone watched the game.
Yeah.
It's a World Cup.
Well, it's an England game. Yeah.
And so everyone watched it. So everyone actually saw what happened.
I'm tagging every facet of the BBC in this video.
Yeah, to be honest, I think they already know that they messed up. Let's be honest. They know. I think
we only know that in the next game. We only know that after the next game.
No, but we won't, because if anything now is like virtue signaling, innit? Until or do you get what I'm saying? They're gonna do it now because.
But what I'm saying is if let's say the same exact thing happens again,
it won't.
It won't. But
they won't.
If it does,
they won't.
Do you know why I'm struggling to believe that? You know what happened at the Euros last summer.
So you almost would have used it as a thing. Yeah.
You should have even. Not to say one is right or wrong, but it would have almost been this is our opportunity.
Redemption arc.
Yeah.
The redemption arc. It would have been the opportunity to say,
it's
you know what,
easy headline.
Yeah.
It was so easy.
So easy.
You should just do that. They are fully aware of what occurred last summer.
Yeah.
Fully aware.
And it goes back to what we're saying, that the problem is the subconscious.
Yeah.
How can you miss...
Unconscious bias.
How can you miss everything was so blatant, so in your face?
Yeah,
I think you're giving them an easy way out. I think they full well and knew.
They. Do you know what? And one reason why I say they weren't fully aware is because if they were fully aware, the backlash that would have got off it, that they're getting off of it, it wouldn't have been worth it. That's why I don't think they were. Especially with Qatar and with so much heat on Qatar, why would you do this?
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say. Why would you?
It's not gonna play well.
I'm trying to say.
So as you mentioned Qatar, we've had like a lot of controversy with Qatar. First of all, getting the World Cup in the first place.
I'm even gonna.
Oh no, I'm just talking about football. I'm talking about football. We're gonna get into the rest of it. I just want to talk about the football angle.
Yeah.
Obviously, Qatar getting the World Cup in the first place, which was obviously proved to be fraudulent,
Corrupt.
and corrupt.
Yeah.
Obviously, those people are apparently since removed from FIFA. Yeah. But now we look into it, and now we're seeing the Qatar World Cup. Things I have a problem with. One, Gary Lineker in the seat that they all sit in, kind of sitting quite high right now, about Qatari's rules and things of that nature. Now, I don't agree with all their rules. I don't. But it's their customs and it's their country. Mm-hmm. But things like not showing the World Cup opening ceremony on BBC, which is kind of weird to me. I was like,
there's a reason for that.
Why was that?
So the opening ceremony was actually moved.
Okay.
It was moved.
No, but they didn't even show anything in the stadium.
No, I know, but the reason was because they had the women's match on, and they didn't want to not show the women's match because of the opening ceremony, because it was moved forward. So
no, I get that, but then at the same time, when you're watching the build up of to the opening game, you can see stuff going on in the background.
Yeah,
they're not cutting to that. They were only showing the people in the studio. So if you watch the beginning of it, like they are literally like Gary Lineker and them and Alan Shearer, when they're just talking about, you know, all the bad things about what's going on with Qatar and the World Cup and so on and so forth, the corruption, blah, blah, blah. But you're not seeing the flags being waved on the pitch and the people running. I can literally see people running on and off the pitch.
So they were basically doing punditry whilst the opening ceremony was going on.
I don't know if that was the opening ceremony, but I want to say it probably was.
I don't know for certain.
Yeah,
but I do know is that
what you're saying is probably 100% right.
Was moved forward.
Yeah.
And they had I can't remember. I don't know if it was the Chelsea's women's match. I can't remember, but it was a women's match on. And obviously, it's one of them things like what we was just saying. Had they have shown the opening ceremony and not shown the women's football match, you know what?
Another argument.
Yeah, the narrative is nuts.
So they had.
But I think it was disrespectful. I think name a time, and no disrespect to the women's game, but name a time when you haven't seen a World Cup opening show. That's why it looks bad. Like you're just not showing it because it's Qatar.
I mean, they couldn't even have put it on like BBC 4, for example.
This is what I'm trying to say.
No, but it would have detracted away from the women's game.
No, I hear that, but again, name me a World Cup where you didn't see the opening ceremony.
All right, well, do you know?
This is what I'm trying to say. It's convenient that you're gonna say, not you guys, but they're gonna say the women's game was on. We want to make sure they got the right publication, whatever, boom, boom, boom.
Which is right.
But which is right to do.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's convenient because you got these people sitting up here telling me how bad Qatar is.
I hear that.
But you're not showing me the opening ceremony of the World Cup. So it's convenient that the women's game is on at this time. And you're going to show that instead at that particular moment. So cool, whatever. Whatever the rigmarole of that was, cool. But again, you didn't show that. So the Qatar didn't get to show their best, selves or whatever in that sense, right? I think on top of that, when you look at their rules and their human rights, there's things I take issue with.
Yeah.
But there are also things I'm like, well, it's their country. There's not much you can really say or do. What I don't like is, I guess, like football's for everybody. It is. I do believe that. Everybody should be able to play football. Nobody should be discriminated against. I believe that. However, in that same vein, as you're sitting there and you're saying football's for everyone and nobody should be discriminated against, most of these guys who are saying this would have discriminated against those same players back in the day anyway. So there's in the Premier League, there's still no openly gay footballers coming out saying, yeah, I'm gay. Why is that? Huh?
There's been more.
There's been more, but why is it not like, but this is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Progress over here don't mean that you can judge people over there. That's not like a fair thing.
All right. So for me, I think the country in itself has a problem. It's not even just England, America as well. But
yeah, 100%.
England have got a problem with policing the world.
Yeah.
Where because we have come to a certain
so now you got to follow. Yeah.
How dare you not be on that level?
Yeah.
When in reality, what is for England is for England, and
what's for Qatar is for Qatar. Yeah,
in England are the rules that need to be abided by.
Yeah.
So if someone from a Muslim state country, for example, came over to England and said, "Oh, how dare you guys do gay pride and things like that," that's none of your concern because
You're not from here. This is England. Yeah.
And
100%.
this is what's upholded in this state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And you cannot tell us, you cannot tell England anything
Yeah.
that
They want to do. Yeah. It's not your country like that. Yeah.
What
So you
gives
can't go over there and do that.
us
Yeah.
the right to go over to Qatar and say, "Oh, it's wrong. We're in 2022. How can you be like that?" At the end of the day, Qatar is a predominantly Muslim country.
Yeah.
A religious country at that.
Yeah.
And they're against certain things. They're against.
Yeah. It's the pot calling kettle black.
They're against same sex. So
I don't get. To be honest,
they uphold it. I don't see what the problem
I
is.
don't get the hoo-ha.
This is the same country that tells people they can't even wear bikinis in certain. That is their rules.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been to Dubai, for instance, and even they say, like, when you're by the pool, fine, but if you're going to come back into the hotel, make sure that you're covered up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you don't get people walking the hotel all chest out and
I
stuff.
don't get the hoo-ha. It's one of those where once nobody expected it to go to Qatar. It was like Australia or America, people that expected it.
Yeah.
And then it got given to Qatar.
It's almost like you're just bigging all this other shit up because, yeah.
Because at that point,
Because everyone's mad.
Yeah.
Because at that point, when everyone's putting their bids in and that, let's be honest, all of this has to be considered.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, since the fact we know corruption was involved, but they've already considered this, and now they have it, and it's unlikely they're gonna unhave it.
Yeah, they weren't going to all of a sudden just change it.
So what did we expect in the 10 years or 12 years that it was given to them?
Yeah.
That they're gonna make same sex like legal. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? We just gotta roll with the punches, innit? Whatever it is over there is what we run with. I don't get the hoo-ha, to be honest with you. We're trying to change their whole culture.
Just to suit how comfortable you are. Yeah.
It's absurd, bro.
I think the other side of it as well is like, I just being like, not devil's advocate, but like looking at it from another perspective is like, on the day, I think Harry Kane was supposed to wear the One Love armband, captain's armband. And
They showed what was more important.
FIFA put out, say again?
They showed then what was more important.
Yeah, but the football, 100%. Like and for FIFA were like, well, you do it, you're gonna get fined. And then when the country said, well, we'll pay the fines, they're like, you do it, and your players might get sent off, or you might get yellow cards, or you might get this, or this might happen.
Yellow card.
You know my problem is, and this is the thing. If you're so strong in your conviction, why didn't those teams just say, then we're not playing in the World Cup then?
Exactly.
Simple.
See, my problem is that you have all the talking backbone. And this is the same thing that happens when you talk about taking the knee and all this other shit. You have all the backbone in the world when there's no consequences to your actions. And this is why nothing ever gets done. Because if England, Germany, and whoever else turn to decide to say, oh, we can't wear the armband? Oh, that's how y'all doing this? No problem, we going home. I guarantee FIFA would have backed down. FIFA would have said, we can't not have this happen. There'd have been a compromise somewhere. The fact that they backed down so quickly showed me they don't care about the narrative either.
It's not even maybe they don't care about the narrative. Maybe they have respect for Qatar.
No. I hear that, and I'd accept that if these wasn't all millionaires.
Yeah.
I'd hear if that wasn't the case. These are all men who are getting paid to be there. They don't give a shit about that narrative.
Okay.
They don't. If they cared about the narrative over their paychecks, they would have said, we're wearing it. Now what?
And the thing is,
And FIFA would have had to ban them.
we have to remember as well, at club level, the FA says like, if you can't celebrate and lift up your top and show any political message, that's the yellow card.
Yeah.
So why is this
any different?
Why is this any different?
Yeah.
Sure.
So why are they willing to do this now with chest?
Yeah.
Because
And it's not even with chest.
At club level, Arteta's gonna tell everyone like, yo, don't get a stupid yellow card. Don't lift up your top and show Jesus. Like, no disrespect, but you're gonna get shoot. You know the rules.
Yeah.
Just play by the rules. It's the same thing. Nothing's different here.
Yeah.
You get me? I read something before we came. You know that we get 20% of our gas from Qatar.
Big man, know yourself in it before
what I'm
they
saying?
cut off the thing.
But not even that. If this is such a big problem,
Stop using
Why are
gas.
you using their emissions?
using gas.
get gas from somewhere else.
Stop using gas.
Go get that premium gas.
Yeah.
You're getting it from there because you're getting good rates, right?
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? So you can't pick and choose where the problem is.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
It's
If those players cared,
Okay, gas.
and there's nothing against, and I want to.
Real talk.
But that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying like I don't have nothing against the players. I'm just saying
But
With chest, we're wearing this armband. With chest, this is a message we're sending.
It's not, I don't.
Then the moment you're threatened that you can't play football, fuck it. Sorry. Oh well. Then we got to do something else. We have to.
Yeah, because it's not that important. Because in reality, it's not that important. Let's be honest. There's a few people pushing the agenda of everything. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of the players probably do support equality. And
No, you very much
they're
so.
just not that against it. Like,
Yeah.
in the sense that, like, what's what we're saying? We're in their country. Like, let them run whatever they're going to run with.
Yeah.
They're just not with us at the moment. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, for
Yeah,
them,
things
I
will
don't think
listen.
it's
Ultimately,
that deep.
things will change maybe over time, but it's not their time.
No.
I'm saying maybe you don't know, but we don't know what the Qatari royal family gonna do. We don't know what their government gonna do. Over time, they might turn around and say, "Listen, back in the day, that was back in the day. Maybe we need to come into this century and kind of be a little bit more forward thinking." I'm not saying that that's what they should do.
Know.
I respect their customs.
I strongly doubt it.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't know.
Because of the religious side of it.
Because of the religious
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that from like a tourist standpoint, number one, number two, like I'm not saying like here's the thing. You're saying this, but let's be fair. There are people who are gay at the World Cup right now.
Yeah,
okay.
100%.
But they're
So what I'm saying is effectively it's not, oh, I'm gay, I went to the World Cup and I got arrested and killed or whatever the case may be. They don't have cameras in your hotel room. This is what I'm saying. Whatever you do behind closed doors is what you do behind closed doors. I'm sure, and people, I don't want people to kill me for this, but there might be Arabs who are gay or people who live in Qatar who are gay. It's not to say that it's a get caught in something might happen thing, right? So in this situation, when you're looking at these people who are saying like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that or whatever, and this is why I'm not going, it's because they can't be openly who they want to be in public. That's the problem. But that's where those people have that problem. So I think over time, because we've seen change in other countries. So I think over time, maybe that might change, or maybe the sensitivity to it might be different.
Even expecting change, to me, it's all nonsense. At the end of the day, I might go to your house.
Yeah.
And you might tell me to take my shoes off at the door.
Yeah.
I might go to Kel's house and he say, "Nah, bro, keep shoes on. It's cool."
Yeah, two different rules, different house. Yeah.
You're in my head.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, that's it. There's no you in the future. It might be. That's it.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
That's just how the cookie crumbles.
You need to have respect for somebody else's culture. That's it.
That's it.
That's
so I
it.
can't go to your yard and you talk about taking shoes off and I'm like, whoa, bro, what do you mean? I just bought these. They're fresh.
Isn't it? 2022.
You get me?
get
What do you
me?
mean? They're fresh. Look at the shoes.
I think
What's
the
your
thing
carpet
is-
really saying though?
I hear what you guys are saying, but I think the situation is a little different than that. But I hear what you're saying.
because
It ain't.
all right, you could go to China for example, and I don't know about Chinese customs. Or
No, I've been
anything like
China,
that, but
yeah, go ahead.
as an example, people in England spit on the floor on a calm.
Yeah.
You could do that in another country and they're looking at you as, what is this disrespect that you're doing? 'Cause culturally, that's not acceptable.
Or
in that
littering.
country.
You get or littering.
Or littering.
Yeah.
You can't be like, in England.
But in England, I get away with this. Yeah.
You just, wherever you go, you respect that.
You respect their culture.
That's
You
it. Yeah. I
respect
just
the
think
laws of the
that's it.
land.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And
So what you guys are saying is you feel like the reason why all this stuff is only being brought up is because how the World Cup was awarded there.
basically,
100%.
but what's even more annoying to that is that you've got all this energy for what's happening in Qatar, but you had no energy that was happening in your backyard at the Euros 16 months ago. Which brings me full circle back to the BBC thing.
Yeah.
You've got so much energy for one love armbands and all of this. Oh, we should be promoting this. We should be promoting that. And that's
Equality
not me,
and all that type of
equality.
stuff. Yeah.
And that's not me getting at
LGBTQ or anything like that.
Because, because I believe in equality.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I believe, no, what you do in your life is your business. I'm not going to judge you for that. Yeah.
100.
That I need that same energy. All right, you're gonna say we took the knee. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you.
But even the narrative behind that has changed as well.
No,
because if you look on our TikTok comments, one guy said it and he said, like, look at what England even done to taking the knee.
Yeah.
Now it's like for equality, it's not actually for black people. That's what the knee was taken, but that's what Colin Kaepernick took the knee for, injustice against black people. So when you take the knee, you're taking the knee for that. You're not taking the knee for equality for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what the Premier League and the FA had turned it into.
My thing is,
And that's why a lot of black players detested taking it after a while because they were like, "Well, you're missing the message."
I think a couple of them.
Zaha, I think Zaha
yeah.
definitely said something. Yeah, Tony, yeah.
But the media coverage or how they are portraying or not portraying or spinning, but how they are, portraying or how they're putting out the message of, oh, how can Qatar do this with the one love stuff, and how, it is ludicrous because where was that energy?
Yeah, in your
when
own country.
Saka, Sancho and Rashford were being vilified, where there was lists saying, oh, lynch a black person, this, blah, 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 £500,
Yeah,
and blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Where was all that energy? When I was going in Superdrug and I was getting funny looks in the mirror.
He's like,
Where was the energy?
He's like,
where was the energy?
He's like, I was just here to pick up some condoms.
Where was that energy? When I left the pub at the Euros final and he was like, oh, you live in South, don't you? And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, in Kingston, go back there. Where was the energy then? That's what a man said to me.
I watched the game at home.
Where was the energy?
Can't even, I don't even want to say how I would have reacted to that.
Yeah, it been bad.
That's what a man
There's been a
said to
riot outside.
Where was the energy? But so my thing is that, you know what?
But it's for everyone though, not just
Sort
our
out your
country.
own backyard first.
No, not just our country.
No, America, everyone who's
Yeah.
complaining. Yeah, everyone who's complaining.
Everyone who's complaining.
Germany, wherever.
Sort
Yeah.
out your own backyards first.
Before you start critiquing others.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, those who
Qatar-
live in glass houses should not throw stones.
Qatar's rules is Qatar's rules.
Yeah.
That's it.
Get off their case.